bombshell report from ProPublica just uncovered an effort by US delegates to eliminate the word gender from internal resolutions and documents, including those that have nothing to do with trans people at the United Nations. Yeah, the Trump administration is using its anti-trans agenda to potentially interrupt progress and governance around the world. Here's why that's such a big deal. In June, a UN meeting intended to form a panel of scientists to address the impacts of toxic waste was derailed by American delegate Liz Nichols, who used her allotted time to denounce how the word gender was used to replace the biological reality of sex. Nichols told the UN that America has a national position on the word, referencing President Donald Trump's executive order recognizing only two genders. And of course, that position doesn't encompass the biological reality of trans, non-binary, and intersex people. In the summary report for the discussion, the proposal to delete the word gender from the document was strongly opposed by some delegates because, well, gender is a normal and accurate term in both scientific fields and within the UN. Look, a moral panic over an innocuous word like gender seems pretty out of place at the UN, but the push to litigate it this extensively could be a way to delay the UN from getting anything done at all. Nowadays, decisions made by the UN are reached by consensus rather than through traditional votes. That means if there are objections to a document's content, even if it's just a single word or phrase, it could be marked up with brackets while it's still being debated, and unresolved drafts could be at risk of being pushed on and on to the next session. So if an American delegate holds firm on refusing to use the word gender because it equates to woke ideology or whatever, it can become that much harder to get anything done, let alone getting things done efficiently. This is not the first time a Trump administration has been at odds with the UN. In 2018, the US withdrew from the organization's Human Rights Council. Yeah, the arm of the UN that's dedicated to protecting human rights globally. Yikes. And in February of this year, Trump issued an executive order for America to withdraw once again. In response, UN High Commissioner Volker Turk criticized US government officials for, quote, vilifying transgender and non-binary people and restricting their fundamental rights. According to ProPublica, American delegates condemned, quote, gender ideology in at least 6 speeches at the UN and asked the organization to embrace its terminology for men and women in at least 2 instances, though it's unknown if any changes were made as a result. While the UN doesn't often directly affect legislation in its member states, the documents that do come out of the organization can help influence standards and set precedents for policies around the world. And now it appears that the Trump administration is using its anti-trans agenda to potentially curtail that progress elsewhere.